Did you know sponges eat viruses? That's right, a sponge, it's a living animal, is capable of consuming and digesting an otherwise invincible string of proteins. The issue is, while sponges are clearly fantastic filters, humans have been doing too much to affect the delicate balance of the ocean and therefore allowing less space for sponges to naturally grow. So one of the ways that sponges are currently being screwed right now is kind of indirectly, but we have a food chain, and so bigger fish eat the smaller fish, and the smaller fish eat the sponges. But whenever humans overfish the bigger fish that eat the smaller fish, then that means that there's less bigger fish to eat the smaller fish, and so then the smaller fish can eat more sponges, and so then there's less sponges for the smaller fish to eat. But that also means less sponges as a whole, so that means less filtration in the water and therefore less viruses being consumed. Another way that the sponges are being screwed over right now is these things right here called manganese nodules. And they're basically full of a lot of precious metals that humans really like to harvest. But the issue is sponges also need something hard to grow on, and sometimes this is the only hard thing to grow on in the water. So if we're harvesting all of these little hard things and these nodules, then there's nowhere for the sponges to be, and eventually there's not going to be anywhere at all. So all that to say that if we want to keep these little guys that eat these viruses that are super feared among nature, then we have to make sure that we are mindful of ocean conservation and making sure that we minimize our ecological impact, because if we don't and we only care about monetary profit, then yeah, we have the money, but then that means that our water is eventually going to go down in quality. We're going to have all these particles that it wasn't able to filter out, and we're just going to have overall really bad time because we have these dudes over here that have been filtering our water for millions of years, and then we won't have them. And like, what fun is that if we don't have these little guys that can poke you because that's what they do.